Hey guys, J0, how you doing? I hope all is well in YouTube land. Whatever part of the world that you are in. In my part of the world, today is the day before Thanksgiving. We celebrate Thanksgiving here in the U.S. So, first and foremost, I hope everybody has a very happy and safe Thanksgiving. If you're traveling, please be careful. There's supposed to be some weather around parts of the country, so, but hopefully everybody has a great Thanksgiving, and we kind of remember not only that we enjoy our family and a good meal, we like to be, thankful for the things that we have. And for me anyway, and like I said, I'm just a regular old dude. For me, it's a time to, enjoy my family and be thankful for the things that we have. And to not kind of remember or dwell on things that have been taken from us, in the past. It's a happy day, and it's a good day for just to kind of say, you know what, it's been a wild, rough ride, but we're still here, and I am grateful that I'm still here. So that's what it means to me anyway. And there's everybody has their own way of celebrating holidays and things that they're thankful for. And but for me personally, it's I just don't like to spend a lot of time dwelling on things that's been took from me in the past. I just enjoy what I have, and am grateful and thankful for what I have, including on my YouTube channels. And I am really thankful and grateful to each and every one of you guys who takes a few minutes to watch my videos when we put them out. So thank you, and a very happy Thanksgiving to everybody. As you can see, it's time for long sleeves around here. We've had some cold fronts come through, and it is pretty chilly. We've got our fires going, and I will show you at some point here in the near future. I got a new stove. Remember last year we had the tent stove that I got from Silver Fire that we was using in our fireplace, and it worked really well. But they come out with a different stove that I went ahead and got, and that's propane. That wasn't our favorite propane guy, Wayne, but he was one of our delivering propane. It's that time of year. But I've got a new stove for the fireplace in there. And I'll show you guys that stove, because it is really it's just an ideal little stove. It's called the Tiny House Dragon, and it's the perfect little stove for doing what I was wanting to do. The tent stove was really good, but it had a small box. And it needed constant tending as far as the fire goes. And it did. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a great little stove, and it did really well. But this one here is a little bit bigger, and it's just, well, I'll show you. And I'll show you here in a few days. But like I said, it's getting, winter time, and we're, trying to get our firewood, in order, and make sure we've got enough to last us, through the winter time. And it's just, winter. Next week is deer season for us here in Ohio. And so we'll be concentrating on getting our deer and getting our meat for the majority of next year. Excuse me. We don't rely heavily on beef. Every once in a while we're able to trade some things for beef. But as far as buying beef and stuff from the store, that's usually not very often is that an option for us. So we rely heavily on the deer meat that we're able to harvest and pack during deer season. And I've done a lot of deer butchering videos and skinning and stuff like that, but we may do another couple this coming week. Just depends on how busy we are and the weather. Sometimes, if it's raining, I don't want to have my camera out in the rain, but we'll still be out in the rain skinning deer and hunting deer. Brr, it's chilly. Gonna have me a and I know some of y'all don't like it when I say this, and I don't mean any disrespect to anyone or the Lord when I do say it. It's just kind of for me, a figure of speech. But holy crap, that's good coffee, especially when it's cold. So again, like I said, we're getting ready for the winter time. And along with the winter, there's always a potential for some big nasty winter storms that are going to inconvenience us for a while. And sometimes winter storms can be an LCE. I'm not real keen on the whole SHTF, analogy, but I like the life-changing event, the LCE. So we always try to make sure especially going into the heavy parts of winter, that we will have at least 2 weeks of everything that we need that is set back, because we may get hammered with a foot of snow or several inches of ice, and going out and about is not going to be an option for us until things kind of get melted down and cleared up a little bit. And out here in the hills, sometimes it takes a long time to get things cleared up and ready to go. So we always try to make we have at least 2 weeks worth of stuff. Now, some things you can't keep 2 weeks ahead of advance without them going bad. So that's where you learn how to preserve them, canning and dehydrating and stuff like that. And we always keep in our freezer, we keep a couple of bags of powdered milk. Now, powdered milk is not very good to drink as far as a beverage goes, but it does serve very good purposes if you're cooking, to make up some powdered milk if you're going to try to make mashed potatoes and stuff like that, or anything that you're baking and you need some milk for your recipe, and you don't have any milk. Having that powdered milk on hand sometimes is a benefit, because you can go ahead and make it. And of course, it's not like regular milk that you would get from the dairy or that you would get from the store, but it works well enough to where you can cook with it. So that's the main reason why we keep powdered milk around, and just things like that. We make sure we have plenty of coffee on hand, make sure we have plenty of sugar and flour and ingredients that we need to go ahead and continue to cook. And of course, you guys remember we have our wood-burning stoves and ovens and stuff like that, so that if there is, we're without power, we still have ways to cook and to heat our home, and so on and so forth. And any of the new viewers that have come on here recently, if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about with our heat exchanger or our outdoor ovens, please let me know, and I will kind of do a video showing some of the things that we've got set up out back on how we use only wood to cook and heat with whenever we have power outages and when it's cold. And we use them a lot anyway, just to save on our energy bills. It's not something that we use strictly for when something happens and we don't have any power. We use them quite often anyway, just to save ourselves money on our electric bill, because if we build a fire, we got plenty of wood around, and we cook supper over a fire, then we're not turning on the electric stove and using that bit of electricity, and that's just that much less that we have to try to come up with for our energy bills every month. And frugal living is just that. It's just trying to make the most out of what you have readily available. We have plenty of sticks and leaves and things like that to start fires with, and wood to cook with. So sometimes we have more wood than we have money. So we're always trying to find a way to use what we have to save ourselves money in the long run. So anyway, those are the kind of things that we are trying to get done around here. We'll get the camera out a little bit more often, and I apologize that my videos have been so stretched out, but we've been haven't really been doing anything that I would consider to be video worthy. And as the coffee chats and stuff, I just haven't had a whole lot to say here lately. I'm not burned out necessarily on video making, but I just haven't, I haven't kept up with what's going on in the world, because I don't really understand the world anymore. So I've chosen just not to involve myself in any of that kind of drama that you would see scrolling through Facebooks and all this other kind of stuff. I'm not going to involve myself. That's a choice that I'm making. I'm just not going to involve myself in it. I will check Facebook periodically to see if there's any messages. But other than that, I'm not so sure about all that, all that stuff that people want to talk smack, and there's a lot of negative and stuff like that on there. And I don't want to, be in a good mood and then see something on Facebook that ruins my mood. To me, that's not what internet's supposed to be. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff on there, don't get me wrong. A lot of jokes and memes and stuff that do make me crack up when I do see them. But for the most part, I'm not going to sit and search for those few things that are there that are going to make me laugh, because I like to keep my spirits up, and I like to be in a good mood, and I don't want to be drugged down by things that I see on the internet. So in order to stop doing that, same thing with TV. We haven't had TV in probably close to 20 years, so I don't really know what's going on in the world, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I probably should, and there's probably some things going on that are that I need to know, but at the same time, I'm a very simple man, and as long as I know what's going on with my kids here at my home place, and we're doing the best we can, and I just try to keep my spirits up that way, because a lot of times when you see the news or you see things on Facebook, people picking on each other or talking smack about each other, it just aggravates me. I don't like to be aggravated. I like to be happy. I like to smile. And I like to enjoy life. And being aggravated and angry is not enjoying. So, anywho, I'm rambling. We're rambling long enough. We're still trying to keep these kitties. These are the little kittens that just kind of showed up here. We've been trying to foster them until we find them a home, and haven't been able to find them a home yet. So we're doing the best we can to keep them fed and warm. They look all right. They look pretty healthy, I think, and spoiled. So anyway, you guys, like I said, I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Please be safe. Please remember to make a few small winter preparations, whatever you can do for the area that you live in. If you're in an area that's prone to ice storms and snowstorms, please keep that in mind as we're getting into the winter time, so that everybody can be safe through the winter and we can all enjoy the next winter. So, all right, you guys, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of the day. God bless. The end.
Buzz, buzz, the end.